Hello, myself Kazi Talahali B22CS087. Now I will be demonstrating how to deploy a microservice architecture on various VMs. So in this you can see I've created 3 VMs, 20 underscore version, new VM Kazi and my friend's VM Akshansh, sorry. So 20 version contains Ubuntu 20, Kazi and Akshansh contains Ubuntu 22. So I will be showing you the settings. Especially we have to do network settings in order to make the VMs contact each other. We have to select NAT network in all the 3 Ubuntus or any operating system. There could be other methods also, including host to including methods like connect to host, etc. But we'll be using NAT that allows seamless communication between VMs and allows us to also use internet in the VMs. So I will be launching the VMs. It is taking a time since 3 different virtual machines are being run on my machine. Now I will be arranging them for a better view. So till the time I'll let you explain some of the things. I've created a simple microservice architecture since the assignment was to deploy, not to understand deploying microservice architecture rather than developing a whole full-fledged website. So I've created a very basic microservice architecture in which the operating systems on my right hand side, that is Viraj and Kazi, contains 2 different backends that host 2 different microservices. One greets me, other tells me the time, and on my left hand side is another microservice that hosts the front end. It contains 2 buttons. When I'm pressing that button, it will give me the information. So I'll show you the IP address of all the 3 machines. As you can see, the left IP address contains 10.family, and on the left on the right they are 192.168 family. So the machines on my right hand side can talk to each other since they are in the same network, but on the left hand side they are not on the same network. Let me show you by pinging one of the machine. Let's say I'm pinging the machine bottom left. It is successfully receiving the messages. But if I now try to ping the machine on my left hand side that is not in the same network, 10.0.25, this machine, since it is not in the same network, I won't be able to ping it now. Because the machine on my right is not connected to the internet. Let me show you. It won't be able to ping the machine on the left. As we can see, we are receiving no response. 100% packet loss. To make sure all the 3 VMs are in the same network, I'll go to the wired connection settings and change the IPv4 setting to automatic DHCP and apply. To apply this settings, I'll switch off the Wi-Fi and turn it back again. As we can see, it has been connected to the internet, and its IP address that earlier was static IP address has been changed to a global dynamic IP address of the family of 10.0.24. Similarly, I will do the same for bottom left machine and apply automatic DHCP IPv4. To fully apply it, I'll turn off and turn on the Wi-Fi again. This had the IP address 192.168, now has been changed to 10.0.2.15. To show you, the machine on my left is also connected to the same IPv4 DHCP. Yes, it is connected to the same IPv4 DHCP. Now we will try to ping one of the machine on the left to the right. Earlier they were unable to talk. I'll go to desktop where contains my front end code. I will go to the right side front end code and try to deploy the front end on this machine. Before that, I'll run my backend servers. These two machines on the right hand side contains two different microservices in backend. So this is microservice 1. I'll go to this folder, run my file node. This is the file index.js. Similarly, in this machine, since it was about to learn about virtualization and microservices, so I have made a very basic website that caters all the RESTful APIs. This is the code of my front end part. Similarly, this is the code for my backend microservice 1 and backend microservice 2. I have used course here, as you can see. This is the front end part to add two buttons. Clicking on them shoots and gives a call to API. This is the script, JavaScript that runs. This is the backend part. I'm using course here. This sends time and the above one sends a hello greeting from microservice VM Viraj. The name of this machine is VM Viraj. I will start the backend server on this machine. Node index.js. Similarly, as you can see, the port I have mentioned is 3000, but IP address of both the machine is different. Even though port is same, IP address is different. Now I'll host front end using Python 3. It will give me a link to the website page, which I will open in Firefox browser, and I'm running my front end port on 8000. I will open this browser. It is taking some time, and we can clearly see there are two buttons. Clicking on one of them hits the API in this machine and we can see the response. We can also see the front end part. It is showing us the time. Similarly, clicking on greeting, it gives us a greeting and API endpoint is being hit on this. It is hitting the API endpoint. Let me show you in the developers option that actually the API endpoint is being hit and we are getting responses. Yes. Clearly all the services are working fine and microservice architecture has been efficiently deployed across different VMs. Let me once again show you that all these three machines have different IPs. Open the terminal in all three. Even though they are in the same internet now, network 10.family, but all of them have different IPs, 2.5, 2.4 and 2.15. Let me show you what things we did. We went to the wired connection IPv4 and changed it to automatic DHCP and applied it. Did for the same all the three machines. And voila, we are done. Thank you. My roll number is B22CS087.